to the ground with the back. Shakes off the defender. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Scanning the field, it's Glenn. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on fourth down.
Here we go.
Now on the move. Hey, that's a live ball. Oh, the loose ball recovered by the offense, but they don't have enough for the first down. It'll be a turnover on downs.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
The Noles look to keep this drive humming.
3 and 25.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
With the catch, it's Douglas. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I really like the slot receiver. I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch.
Pass on the way out. It's picked off. He's at the 50. Past the 30. Running inside the 20. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after it. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up with great field position.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense. What a snag by the defense. Taking it the other way. Past the 50. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those little linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick six if you're on offense.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. This time he's got his man. Goes down, what a stake. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. The offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go. They got the points they needed.
And he puts through the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Horn. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Grabbed over the middle. It's Horn. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Try to throw and pick up the first down. Lining off the defender. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the situation and where to go with the football. And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what they're doing.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Back to throw, it's Sanders. Flips it out to the back. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And the Buffaloes headed quickly to the line. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bucs! Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points there, but they can't go too fast.
It's complete. A huge pickup. And they get him down at the 43, but this kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it first and 10 outside the 40. He wants to throw. Grabs behind the line. It's Toafili. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to throw, it's Glenn. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll let it go down the right side. Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that. The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
He wants to throw it again. It's complete. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knocked him down for 3.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. He did that right there.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Seminoles.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Horn. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward.
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm, but this passing game can continue to heat up. Look out in the second half.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Here's the handoff. At the 35, he's loose. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Trying to get the corner. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Quarterback no audible. On 3rd and and long. You'll have to turn it loose deep. It's caught downfield. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be fourth down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Maybe a tad out of field goal range and way too close to punt it. Kind of in no man's land, so they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
And he hauls it in inside the 30. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Yeah, it's all about teamwork, sons. Oh, yeah. Good game, boys. You can do it, baby.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. This is a design run. They get him down, clock's running, and they're not going to get another play off as time expires here in the first half. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. The Buffaloes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Breaks the tackle.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if we can just get him out of the spot.
Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back.
That's a gutsy play, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory, and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, you didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He's got incredible speed.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Touchdown, Colorado! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's involved so much, right? And you see him move all all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then the defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
And it will be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. They're critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Quickly complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Buffaloes moving quickly to the line. Give to the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Looking downfield, it's Sanders. Picked off. Looking for more. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the board. I think he made the right decision. He's going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Using his feet. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And the defensive lineman, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
This quarterback is so lucky that ball wasn't picked off. Of course, he threw a pick on the last drive, and this one the defender dropped. This quarterback's got to get his act together.
After the misfire, now on second down. Quickly complete.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out.
And the Buffaloes want to move quickly. To the air, it's Sanders. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody to dump their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
One final play before the end of the quarter. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
Looking for a physical attack on the gun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game. You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a...
And he intercepts it. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what...
Touchdown, Buffalo! Pulled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Salt into your wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, or you trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here. Just give him some easy looks to let him get lined up.
Looking for a man. It's Glenn. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good job to get everything he could, then get down with the slide. And the Noles are in the hurry-up.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The sure hands. It's Toafili. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Up-tempo for the offense.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to...
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long. Whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages, he just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Right down the middle. Working on the right. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Throws for the end zone. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And after the loss on that last one, an all-important 2nd down play from the 12. Looking for a man. It's Sam. situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Pocket starts to collapse. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Got some room to run. And a tremendous return will be stopped at the 28-yard line. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open grain.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. A dangerous cover man and a dangerous return man after the pick as he gets it all the way to the 44-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been a really disappointing performance, Dave. No question about that. But they can find some positives.
Yeah, every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we would just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on, David, you're talking about.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything is going right. Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going, and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next week.
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Hey, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Finds him out of the backfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle. A nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, and make plays.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Horn. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Looking to move it through the air. It's complete on the right side. At the 40, there he goes. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air. It's Sanders. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. You know, there's no real reason to panic when you think about it, when panicking ever really helps. But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things. But find those things that you need to improve on, keep working on them, keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistent.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.